Peace, 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 family. Queen here. All right, so in this video, we're going to chat about a possible scenario that may help you understand that I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm going to share some things with you that I spoke with a client this morning about, and something that I've done and continue to do even at this stage of my life. Still doing it. So we're talking about using the bank's money to create your wealth strategy. What exactly do I mean? You know, if you're in the USA and you're broke, that's a problem. You're not being creative, in my opinion. You're not being creative. Within the U.S., they have the most lenient credit system that I've ever seen, and I've traveled all around the world. And their credit system in the U.S. is so ingenious if you know how to leverage it. You know, you look at these billionaires and how they start a business, file bankruptcy, start another business, file bankruptcy, start another business, file bankruptcy, right? Just get it wiped out, start another one, get it wiped out. They're not using any, secret laws or anything like that. It's just a leveraging tactic that I'm going to show you how to do on a small scale. And again, I'm not giving you financial advice. If this is something you want to implement, it's on you to implement it, right? But it's one of the principles that I teach in my wealth quadrant workshop. It's the first principle, which is the letter A, which stands for arbitrage. Okay, so let's dig in here and let me kind of share with you what I'm talking about. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about: using the bank's cash to start your wealth creation strategy. All right, I'm going to show you. I did this way back when I couldn't rub two nickels together, but I had a credit line. I had some available credit lines, and the business that I was in, I was able to produce through marketing. I was able to produce a profit over and above what I would need to pay that credit line every month. So I leveraged those credit lines, did my business, did my marketing, made my profits, paid back the credit line, and pocketed the difference. That's what arbitrage is all day long. In the crypto world, arbitrage is you buy a crypto on one exchange for a low price, you sell it on another exchange for a higher price. That's what arbitrage is, okay? You buy products and goods, wholesale from somewhere, maybe China. You deliver them to your local store and you mark them up and you sell them for a higher price. That's arbitrage. Very simple, okay? So now, again, back to this slide here. So we're going to talk about leveraging credit lines, literally creating money out of thin air, just like the banks do. The banks create money out of thin air. For you, though, with this particular, strategy, then taking that money that you created out of thin air, right, and converting that into crypto, and then leveraging that crypto into a solid business venture. That's the key there, right? You have to have a solid business venture so that you're going to produce a profit way over and above what the amount is that you would need to pay back your credit line every month, okay? The solid business venture produces for you a daily yield, right? And again, giving you the ability to pay back the credit line every month out of profits, okay? And then you pocket the difference. That's a complete boss move. Complete boss move. And so I was speaking with a client this morning, and we were chatting. We're chatting on a way larger scale than what I'm going to just share with you, because I'm going to share like personal credit lines. Just talking about credit cards. You got credit cards with, available credit on it. I'm going to show you something here in a minute. But he and I were speaking about business credit lines in the hundreds of thousands, right? And the strategy can work on a small scale. It can work on a medium-sized scale. It can work on a large scale. The key to this whole thing working is that you have to have that solid business venture to produce the returns over and above what you would need to pay back to your credit line. That's the key, okay? And that solid business venture in this scenario would be my number one project, okay? My number one project, for sure, hands down. Okay, so now let's take a look at an example here, right? Now let's just say I've been promoting my 5K strategy to 2-year crypto millionaire status, right? So let's just play with those numbers, okay? So let's just say you have $6,000 available on a credit card, okay? And it might be, multiple cards or whatever. Maybe it's just one, who knows? Doesn't matter, okay? Let's just call it $6,000, okay? The reason I'm saying $6,000 is because with fees and this, that, and the third, at the end, when it's all said and done, you want to have at least $5,000 that would go into the number one project for that millionaire status in 2-year strategy to work for you, okay? All right, so let's say on a credit card, I'm going to be completely over conservative, and let's just say your credit card, you've got a 29.99 APR, like you have really, really bad credit. So you got 29.99 APR. So we're going to round that up to 30. Okay. Then we're going to divide that by 12 months. So you're looking at 2.5% on your outstanding balance per month. Okay. So we said 6,000, right? So if you took 6,000 times 2.5%, you'd roughly be paying the bill would come maybe 150. We'll call it 200, right? Because I don't know if your card does simple daily interest or if they do monthly interest or whatever, but we'll just say 200 a month. Okay, so you need to make, in this arbitrage strategy, you need to make way above 200 a month so that you can pay back that line and pocket the difference, right? Okay, so remember 200. Even though it says 150, we're going to call it 200. So 200 a month is what you need to pay back that $6,000 loan that you took, or money that you created out of thin air. All right, so remember that 200. So now, with the strategy, okay, so we would do daily, because you want to be able to get paid daily, because you're going to need to pay back these lines every month. Okay, so on the daily, for a $5,000 deposit, you're making 1% a day, right? So you're making $50 per day. That goes directly to your wallet every single day without you having to put in a withdrawal request, just like clockwork, okay? So now $50 a day times 30 days in a month, you're at $1,500 per month, right, on that $5,000 deposit, okay? So now how much did we say needs to go to pay the credit line every month? We said 200. We rounded up, remember? So let's take minus 200 from the 1,500. So now you have $1,300 of profit that you have created on a monthly basis that you're getting, and you created that really out of thin air. You're just really flipping the game, and you're doing what the banks do to you every single day. Now, obviously, you can do lower, you can do higher, you can do whatever you choose to do. Again, like I said, this is a hypothetical strategy. If you choose to implement it, you're 100% responsible for it, nobody else, right? But just kind of giving you some things to think about, because people will sit around and say they don't have access to capital, or they don't have money, and they have stellar credit, and they have credit lines just sitting there not making them any money, right? There's no point in having stellar credit and available credit and you're sitting there broke. That's ridiculous. Use the same strategies the banks are using against you so that you can create your wealth strategy. Okay? All right, so now let's say you get the $6,000. You see that you have the availability of $6,000 or so on your credit card. How do you actually turn that into crypto? Okay? All right, so here is an example here. So this is Moonpay.com, right? Moonpay.com will allow you to purchase Bitcoin with a credit, a debit card, right? That's what we're talking about. So they'll allow you to purchase it with a credit card. So you can literally purchase your Bitcoin here. You can have Moonpay send the Bitcoin to your Exodus wallet. I'll say Exodus because it's the most simple, wallet for most people, right? So you have them send that Bitcoin to your Exodus wallet. And then with my #1 project, you set up an account over there, right? And you make a deposit of Bitcoin from your Exodus wallet into your account with my #1 project. If you want to leave it in Bitcoin, you could, but I would suggest you get with the account manager, have them to then transfer or convert that Bitcoin inside of your account to USDT, right? So now, now you are getting USDT every day sent back to your wallet, okay? And then what you would do from there, from your Exodus, is you would just send your USDT, the amount that you need to pay back your credit lines every month, send it to whatever central exchange that you may be hooked up to. Maybe it's Kraken, maybe it's Coinbase, maybe it's Gemini, or any of the other exchanges, and get it back to your bank account, and then pay your credit lines every month and pocket the difference. That's how simple this strategy is. Okay? Again, fair warning, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you a strategy that you could look at and possibly employ, if you're, pulling just lint out of your pockets, but sitting on stellar credit and available credit lines. Okay? So that's it for this video. I hope you got some value out of it, and I'll see you in my next video.